What's up, guys? So I was sitting at work and I just got here and I was thinking, like, the girlies need more videos, so what can I do and how can I get y'all these videos? And I thought, like, why not do a story time? And I have so many stories to tell. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all a story today. I'm going to tell you guys about I'm gonna tell you about the scariest thing that has happened to me as a child. Hold on. Mommy, I'm editing this, but all I want to say is just, y'all, I was at work and I really was just trying to get y'all a video and be ahead of the game, and it was too much going on, but like, yeah. Temper. Okay, I'm gonna try to get most of the story out before I get rushed again. So I'm gonna tell you about the most terrifying story that has happened to me as a child. Growing up, I'm the firstborn on both sides. Also, I was the baby for a long time. So I always felt like my parents, I loved my parents. It was my parents. Oh my God, I love them. And at this time, I stayed with my father. Now, in this specific point in time, my dad would never do anything to, like, hurt my feelings and, you know, hurt me or any kind of way, because I was daddy's baby for a long time. I was daddy's precious girl.
Side eye. Side eye.
And this particular day, I had a sleepover with all my cousins, because like I said, I was the only child and I needed company. And I didn't like being by myself. And so I had all my cousins come over. Yes, all my female cousins was at my house for a sleepover. Now, me being how old I am now, I'm thinking, I think it was a setup. I felt like it was a setup. I felt like this was planned. I'm not looking to see if there's a car coming, y'all. But, yeah, I feel like it's a setup. But what happened was, me and all my cousins were playing in the room. We were playing in the room for a long time. We were all fine. You know, all girls running around, screaming, having the time of our life. My uncles and stuff were there, too. They was kicking it with my parents. Everybody was having a good time. It was a nice night. And I guess something kicked in their mind. It was like, let's mess with the kids. Let's make the kids scared. So what they did was, they came in my room and they grabbed my youngest cousins, the babies.
Baggage warning.
Copy warning. 19 days. So after you grabbed my youngest cousins, I got to ask my stepmom. It was my stepmom who grabbed them. I got to ask her, like, why are you doing that? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you grabbing them? And she told me, like, go back in the room. Go back in the room. Go play. Go play. Go play. And so I'm like, okay, Bookie. Like, I just hear the door slam. I'm like, okay, Bookie, don't be weird, but to each his own. So I let it bypass. Some time go by, and she comes back in my room. This time, she doesn't take a kid. She takes my lamp. Now, I was not no fan of the dark. I was petrified. When I tell you I was terrified, I don't do no dark. Don't put me in no dark. I don't. No, ma'am. Don't talk to me. So I'm obsessed. This is my Valentine's Day here. But so what happened after that was, she took my light, and instantly after she took my light, like, I didn't care for anybody else. I jumped on my bed, I screamed, and I put my hand in the cup. And they like, they playing and stuff like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I guess one of them tried to follow her, and she was like, go back in the room. She go back in the room. Kid you not. A couple seconds later, they all got to screaming. Screaming like somebody was killing them. Like, and I'm like, I don't want to look, because if the monster got them, like, I'm next. So I try not to look, but some said, Shakaya Pete, them your cousin. It's like,
IDGAF. I don't give a fuck.
these is your cousins. What you gonna say at the funeral? Look. I peek my head out, y'all. Guess what I see? A scary mask. It was the scream mask. The little ghost face. Yes. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I got my muffin all in the way. But it was the ghost mask, and I seen that and I lost it. Like, I couldn't. I just let it get them because I
or something and if it was candy. But you see, I thought it, I would have. Oh my fucking god, y'all
don't like that. Now, mind you, this ghost face was like in the corner of our kitchen. It was our kitchen, the bathroom, my room. And then it was like a little hallway, and then that was the living room, and to the left it was my parents' room, or my stepmom parents' room. Temporary work. I told you I was at work, but it was the ghost mask and the ghost face mask, and I at that time, like I said, I was terrified. Like, I didn't like monsters. I didn't like anything scary. Like, I just like childhood things and like cartoons and stuff like that. If it was scary, don't put it by me because I was screaming. Temporary. And mind you, at this time, at this particular moment in time, I could not get to my father. So it was like, my dad don't know what's going on, and we all in here, and the monster is here. What are we supposed to do? So I'm peeking, like they just screaming and screaming and screaming. Now, some of my cousins that were there, they were kind of older, so they were like laughing at the situation and da 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 da. And I didn't find it funny, and most of my cousins didn't find it funny either. So we was kind of copyboard. So they laughing at the situation, and I'm just like tearing up, like so sad, so scared. Like, we finna die and y'all laughing about it. That's not funny. Like, I'm genuinely taking this to heart. Like, y'all, this is how family treat y'all. Like, this is what family does. Go out there and protect us. Now, I'm putting the bad in the field.
I'm not putting no scrubs. I ain't putting no garbage. I'm gonna put the baddest heifers on the floor. I'm dead serious.
Go, like, represent your family. They wasn't feeling it. They was laughing at it. It was funny to them. So I look up. Once again, this mask is closer. The first time I looked, it was like in that hallway that I was telling y'all about. He was right there. I looked up, and it was like moving around. The mask was moving, like I don't even know how to say it. Like, it was like swaying. I'm trying to do this video at work, but so I see the mask creeping around in the kitchen, and it was freaking me out. Like, what is this? And it was coming closer and closer until it finally came to like my bedroom door, and it would like peek its head in and go like this.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And then it'll leave. So after that little scene with that, it left it just completely left. And I waited a good 30 minutes before I went to go look for help. So 30 minutes passed. I'm editing, and I just want to add, like, I have never seen my dad buy a mask, like scary mask. Like, from this time I had never seen him buy a mask. And when we kept seeing this figure or this person in the kitchen, they had the full entire suit on. And my dad is like really tall, so it's like, that's not my dad. Like, who is that? But I just want to tell y'all. And everybody is like, who's gonna go tell your dad? Who's gonna tell? Because according to us, my dad was like a beast. Like, he could slay any dragon. He could do anything. If it was a monster, if it was a bad guy or whatever, my dad was gonna take care of him. And so I'm thinking, like, I'm gonna go get my dad. So
Stop the cap.
I look at my dad, and I look around, like, trying to make sure he's not still in the kitchen. I don't see nothing. I check the bathroom. I don't see nothing. And everybody stays in the room, and I run, like, dart to the living room. I'm looking around the corner, don't see nothing, and I go to my dad's room. I go to my dad's room, and my father is sleeping peacefully, unbothered. So I'm trying to wake him up, and my stepmom come out of nowhere like, what are you doing? And I tell her the story, like, there was a monster in my room, and I think it was my dad. Like, because when I got to putting two and two together while I was in there, I was like, it's my dad. It gotta be my dad, because nobody's gonna come in our house. Like, I didn't have that type of mindset. So I'm like, it has to be my dad. She was like, no, your dad's sleeping. And my dad was actually sleeping. Like, he was asleep. So I'm like, what? Like, what are you, what is going on here? So she like, just go to bed. Like, she brushed it off. So I'm like, okay. Now I go back to my room and I'm terrified. And I tell them like, yo, my dad is asleep. That's not my dad. They're like, yes it is, yes it is. And I'm like, so we cut all the lights on. I cut all the lights on. I'm not playing. I cut all the lights on, and we get to watching TV. Now this time I'm going to sleep with the lights on because I'm terrified. Like, this monster that came in, everybody at my house, and I feel like this monster's gonna get me. Like, nah, I'm not going. So keep the lights on. My cousin sleep in my room, half in the princess bed, half on the floor. Hey, you like it, I love it. We was comfortable. Half on the bed, half on the floor, and the next day, you know, we all woke up, we all had breakfast, we were smooth, we were chilling, and we went outside. Went outside, we got to playing in front of my house, you know, playing cans, hopscotch, riding around on my bike. And we stayed on the little street over there. So it was like, it wasn't really many cars that came over there. It wasn't a lot of people that stayed over there. So we used to play in the street and stuff like that. And there was a lot of us. So we were playing, and my stepmom went in the house, and then she came back outside. Now my dad was outside, and at this time again, my uncles had came and were just chit-chatting before everybody got to go home. So sure enough, I'm playing and I'm faced towards the street. And I'm looking the opposite way of my house. So I'm like, this is my face, and y'all is the house. So I think I was playing or something, and everybody just got to screaming. And I'm like, what's wrong? And they pointed at the window. Why was that scream mask in the window? Just there. And I'm like, oh my God, like, who did this?
Oh my God. What did our knives say?
Oh my God, who wrote this?
But yes, guys, that was my small little story time. I wish my stepmom was here to tell you all her side of the story, but unfortunately my stepmom has passed, so I have to tell it from my perspective. She would have told me off, y'all. I remember I had told somebody about the story. She was like, no, she was going into detail and everything. This girl was always eating girls up, but it's okay. Yeah, I had a fun childhood, and I hope y'all like my little story time. This is literally nothing compared to the stuff that I've been through. Like, I have all kinds of story times to tell you. I done been locked inside a gas station. I done been, what else? Child, I done almost ran my mama over with a car. It wasn't intentional. What else have I done? I've done so much. Just stay tuned. I'm gonna have more story times for y'all, more mukbangs. Also, y'all can tell me what y'all want, what kind of content y'all want. Like, I got some coming, but like, tell me what y'all want, because if I know what y'all want, I can feed off of that and I can give y'all what y'all need, and we both gonna be happy, bookie. So yeah, without further ado, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. And bye, babe.